And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back again to the Axiata Game Hero. This is going to be round one of our squad showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise!
Of course, thank you very much, KBC. Now we got that going on our way. We're going to see all our best teams of Southeast Asia collide in this battle in Bermuda as we take flight from the corners of Cape Town all the way in towards Observatory. Of course, it's going to take a little short while before Gover as well as all these teams here to drop right in towards the mill. And looks to me, they might just go into this battle here. High Quality has docked their way in, and it seems to me it's a little bit more complicated for Gover because they will fall back and they know that they can't really reach in time. And now, eventually, they will possibly lock horns as they are sharing the same sort of compound.
Yeah, definitely so. I feel like, in Mill is such a compact area that it's so hard for players to just come in there, get some weapons, because whoever strikes down first, they are able to collect the weapons, and the later person or the later teams will suffer the consequences because they will get mowed down by that. So it's a good move by Gover, but it's going to cost them a little bit of time. Nonetheless, however, it's still early days in our very first map of this squad showdown. So right now, we're going to move to the perspective of Gover this time. Back to them, they are going to hit into Peak. So I think this is a better choice because Peak is also considered one of the hotter loot zones in Free Fire Bermuda map. But at the same time, they are able to spread out their forces, go around those mini building structures, and get the loots that they needed to.
Yeah, I just really like the fact that they actually zipped across really quickly, and they try to avoid as much of conflict as they can because, of course, you don't really have all too much loot to actually begin with. Then now that we've already seen some of all these teams such as OFC who have managed to get one booyah off of those dual rounds. And now they seem to me that they are getting themselves in the better sort of shape. And but of course, of Graveyard, of course, is definitely going to be a little bit far of a rotation in. But well, in that sort of case, it will be a lot more safer than places like maybe the Observatory.
Yeah, Observatory is also a very good place. You are able to get those loots. But again, it seems like Mill. Whoever reaches there first, the place has been taken, unless, of course, if you have the balls of steel, you want to go in for the kill. And, of course, the battle between that vicinity. But speaking of which, we're going to take a look onto team number 2. This is going to be Team RQ Hades. Now, we would like to highlight back the player of the tournament, which is none other than Legaloff. Legaloff has been one of the key players, especially in the solo squad gameplay. But speaking of which, looks like there's a fight over here.
Oh my goodness me, that's TD. They're already dropping down on the ground. Cobra is the next one to fall. A 1-for-1 trade-off, and Slumber's the next one to actually get the chunk of the health all the way down. But Gover, of course, locking down on the members of Apol, and Apol losing way too many of these members. Now 2-on-2, and down to only one left. Oh my, it seems to me that Apol will have to leave this one out for now.
Yeah, 8Ball getting eliminated so quickly despite knocking down 2 members. They did not have time to recover the remaining knockout members, and they are caught in a crossfire situation against Grover. So a little bit of a rough start for the Malaysian squad, but it's all okay. This is only the first round. We have 7 more rounds in here, but they got to work out the strategy, a better, fluid and smoother transition in terms of the fight.
And speaking of which, that's 20 points per kill because we're playing on the global setting in that sort of sense. And we're already seeing Gover, who has got some great momentum in those duos, and they are carrying this forward to day number 2, which is, of course, no easy task, especially in game number 1. Usually everyone's just woke up not too long ago and they just got their breakfast and what? Well, I guess they might just actually get themselves ready for the next one because they have found themselves a hot issue right across.
Yeah, hot issue there. Around 1 member across with the Incredibles, or Team Incredible to be more precise. It looks like they haven't spotted out Baby Fira here. Baby Fira is going to walk across the map, but has to be very careful with the movements and try not to do any misclicks in terms of the weapons trigger happy moments. And going back to what Gover, Gover, they had to remove themselves away from Mill and they had to go to Peak, and eventually they got a kill from here. But Baby Fira eventually getting mowed down. An unfortunate case of scenario. He was swimming in the waters, And eventually, because getting shut down in the waters, you're going to drown, nobody's going to recover you, and you're just going to die with the fishes.
Well, that's a really sad way to actually put it, KBC. But yeah, taking a swim is not really the brightest of idea. But since they were playing on Renam Village, it's really far away to the docks anyways. If you were to actually reach the land, the guys from TI would still be able to get the kill. Now, over on the side of SES, we've seen some great play coming in from the squad. And now that they have all united under one banner, of course, all four playing in this sort of scenario, they might just actually gatekeep some of the guys who are cutting across. And now we may also see another action to go down in the graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard here. We have team number 6. This is called OFC against RRQ Hades. And now we're going to move to the River's perspective here.
Oh, inside of the island, we're already seeing SES going head-to-head real close. That's going to be one big frag being popped up from the side of Mon. Now bringing all these glue walls into his action as well. A couple of all these grenades will be able to connect, and we're seeing Amic also getting one kill off the feet. And that's the next one to drop out of this. And before the spray down coming from inside of Mon, they're making sure that they don't really get themselves all too risked up. And now waiting for a little bit more of that re-engagement coming in from the rest of SES, but they get knocked from side.
Oh, and AWM getting eliminated by SES. SES with a clean kill. They have no casualties, and that is 80 points in the bag.
Now, speaking of which, we're still going to see another action go down here in the graveyard. Now, they're trying to actually go in for a flank against RRQ. Fallens will be able to take out Godson instantaneously, and they did not even leave any room for them to breathe. Legolas, the guy that you just hyped up all about. Of course, he's already spotting things out from the top side of the roof, and now they're chasing off members of OFC. And now, well, OFC, all they have to do is find a way to back off, or perhaps take this fight head on, and speaking of which, we're just the one to get caught out by Legolas himself.
Oh, Team OFC in a lot of trouble here. Down another member. The rest of the 2 members are very far apart from their knockout teammate. They have either 2 options, either to fight this losing battle or run away from this lost cause. And no, they're gonna get mowed down again. Lords with a good kill, leaving only 1 more member. OFC left alive again, and OFC is gonna bail out.
Oh no, now OFC is down to only 1 man, and they're still on that chase. Great taps from afar, but Lords will have to let go of him. And well, at the very least, we can see RRQ Hades now securing 3 kills in the back.
Yes, definitely 3 kills here. I mean, give credit to... Oh, no! Oh, what? Wait, oh yeah, they got it. They got a knockdown, so there's still 1 more member of OFC left alive again. Sorry. A little bit of a graphic tag over there, but look at this. It looks like CMD continuing the demise of OFC. Miracle, he is out already because he went out from the Lion's desk into the Tiger's den, and he is eliminated.
Yeah, it went from one danger to the other, and for BU, we've seen, of course, a couple of booyahs going in their favor, and now Pablo has already heard all those noises being caused by Bangla United. So perhaps they will continue to stock from this sort of the warehouse that they are currently camping now. This is an interesting approach because they're by the corners of the bridge, and they know that some of all these guys have to actually cut across Pacino. So maybe we might just see another warfare happening by the bridges. But as for now, they're going to be taking it slowly. Well, they don't really have to commit, and they know for a fact SES is around the corner, and they're just waiting for the fight to happen.
Yeah, SES here has been one of the key teams as well in both solo and duo squads. I mean, they're still in top 5, but they have to step it up in this squad format. And it looks like team, oh, look at the if I'm not mistaken, is high. Hot issue right here. They're going to mow down SES. SES had to play between the circle and, of course, the crossfire of team Hot Issue. Hot Issue at the bad guys tower, trying to snipe them down as much as they can, as SES waiting for backup. They need to regroup or reposition themselves in a better spot for the fight.
SES are caught in a really tight place. Now Hanayo, of course, already trying to actually get the angle straight towards the members who are just hiding behind the crate. But Pablo might just actually get a great shot of members of SES from this sort of angle. So perhaps if he takes a good peek right here and he might just actually cause a little bit more of that sort of a mishap. But Winks is actually taking a different approach. He's actually swinging his way across. And, well, do they even notice about this? Well, I'm not too sure about how they really want to approach this fight now because SES has got extra round of coverage. And speaking of which, there's going to be some taps over on the Pablo, and this forces Pablo to back away, and Hot Issue possibly have to cool down.
Yeah, I think Hot Issue has the better side advantage here because they have the zone into them. But Anayo, oh my yo here. He's going to get tagged down and going to get knocked out as well. SES has the upper advantage. They have 4 versus 3. And Hanayo, I don't think anyone is there to recover him as Wings is credited for the kill.
Well, that's a really good flank coming from the side of SES. And now, zooming in towards the side of Onyx, they managed to actually get yet another kill. And speaking of which, 5 kills already for the side of Onyx Esports. They are still carrying that onslaught and the firepower that they have. Well, of course, they are one of the biggest team and organization hailing from Indonesia, and we expected nothing less of that.
Yeah, and the fun part about this is Onyx Esports is a very well-established organization team, but according to one of our BM casters, Lurk here, who's also a former competitive FF player, he mentioned that Onyx Esports, they have very, very new members. And look at that, 3 teams right there. Mexican standoff is about to happen in the vicinity of Peak. It's going to be RRQ. We are seeing right here, they are hot like a lit pan, and they're going to start shooting in down lots. He was cut on the first engagement onto Gova. Gova, I think they do have 1 member knockout, but they will get the revive instantly.
Well, Gova already getting a couple of attacks coming from the members of RRQ Hades. But Arrow's going to respond to that. But now, hopping right in towards the wall, and TD! Oh my! That was a huge flank, and he successfully gets that knockout.
Definitely so. This is a good opportunity for Team Gova to go in for the aggression. They're going to take down BU. BU is looking lost right now. They are in no man's land. What seems to be their own real estate has now been taken over by Team Gova.
Speaking of taking over, there is another team that might just want to take over, and it's CMD rushing in towards the same place as well. And they instantaneously find him and knock him out. Now looking for Bopot and the rest of the likes of Gummer Apple. Oh, one great shot coming in, but it's CMD soaking a little bit more damage. Makaria down on the ground, and Hong 80 just trying to run for her life. Instead, Anna gets break down to the ground as well. One more shot to actually seal the deal, but now Gummer, they take down 2 squads, and they are out for blood.
Gova Apple, what a play coming in here. They're still continuing on with the knockouts, looking for the last remaining member of CMD. CMD say hello there, but guess who has the high ground? It will be Gova. Last member of CMD, L either here, 67. Can he convert those kills? 1 versus 3. He has the angles here. He gets 1.
Oh my,
That's
he might just actually get another one. Oh, this is now down to 1. He clutches it! Eater 67! He removed the entirety of the team, and CMD turns this one around and avenge
by the circle right here. He needs to recover as soon as possible. What a play nonetheless. A triple kill. Skibbity pop pop. Eater 67. My God, you're such a beast.
He just choked out 4 kills.
4 kills!
He got all 4 kills, and that was a 1 versus 4 scenario. And how on earth did he just pull that one off? I have no idea, but we definitely will see that in the highlights. Now, back to some of these teams that will be contesting for the hills. We have Drax here alongside with Pablo of Hot Issue, just winning it out. They do know that RRQ Hades is around, so they don't really know what exactly should they do in the sense that should they push even further or should they just hide around, because they do have the circle advantage.
I feel like RRQ Hades has the biggest advantage right now. They can spread their forces, try to play the dual tag team system, have the buddy system at one side of the corner. 4 kills!
He got all 4 kills, and that was a 1 versus 4 scenario. And how on earth did he just pull that one off? I have no idea, but we definitely will see that in the highlights. Now, back to some of these teams that will be contesting for the hills. We have Drax here alongside with Pablo of Hot Issue, just putting it out. They do know that RRQ Hades is around, so they don't really know what exactly should they do in the sense that should they push even further or should they just hide around, because they do have the circle advantage.
I feel like RRQ Hades has the biggest advantage right now. They can spread their forces, try to play the dual tag team system, you know, have the buddy system at one side of the column, because Pink is really, really huge. But look at that Legolas, the Starman right here. He's trying to do a roadkill. Somebody called 999 right now may have to disturb him, but Pablo is going to get knocked down. Drax, the last member left alive for this team. He is going to be in a lot of trouble. Hot Issue is definitely in a troubled one.
Oh my, it might just be a little bit of hot soup here, but once it's getting taken out.
Oh!
One more tick of health left.
Oh
but
no.
It will still be Hot Issue dropping out.
But look at this, RRQ Hades, they have 4 members strong. No casualties in here. And the last member of CMDE, the 67, can he clutch 1 versus 4?
Well, he's done it once. He might just do it again, but this time, when you are challenging the likes of RRQ, it might just be a little bit more difficult, but nothing is impossible.
Yep.
We've seen it happen.
Yes.
Eater 67. You can see all 4 of that kills already in his hands, but now he's already getting rushed, and he is still in the same compound, but he already knows the ins and outs of this sort of a territory, and now he's got to make this work. He sees 1, he sees 2, now he's actually bringing out the shotgun. Instead, he will just give this one up and out running across, and this will be the very first Booyah of Day 2, falling in favor of RRQ Hades.
RRQ Hades, what an absolutely monstrous performance. 10 kills, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe more. And finally, they are able to get that momentum earlier onwards with the first Booyah of this